Hello and good evening to the parents of the school body. Now, have you ever wondered what's changed since you left school, or even what the term 21st century literacy even means? Well, in this presentation, I hope to answer your questions and even more because since the turn of the century, even in the last decade, education has changed for the better. Thank you for watching, and hopefully I can answer your questions within this presentation.
Parents of school children, are you tired of asking your children the question, what did you do at school today, and not getting a reply? Are you wondering how schooling and the ways of teaching literacies have changed since you were at school? In this presentation, I will look to cover topics such as what are 21st century literacies, how do 21st century literacies impact students in their social worlds, as well as how 21st century literacies can be incorporated into teaching and learning practices within the school. So let's first take a look at the big picture on technology in education and why we need the big picture. We need to reflect on the past, consider the present, and look ahead to the future. Technology resources and societal conditions change so rapidly that today's choices are always influenced as much by emerging trends as by current conditions. To be informed citizens of an information society, teachers must be futurists. Let's start off with some of the potential problems in 21st century education. Since technology access differs between wealthier and poorer schools, people want to know if technology is deepening the economic chasm between the rich and the poor. Misuses of devices and social media have caused numerous social and legal problems. Young people have to be educated in how to address these misuses. As more student data goes online and students spend more time on the internet, measures have to be put in place to limit access to personal data and to protect students from online predators. The online community is seeing an unprecedented number of problems related to illegal entries into networks. Schools, like all organisations, are forced to spend precious funds on measures to protect themselves. Students have easy access to papers and projects they can turn in as their own work. Teachers have to be on alert for plagiarism, use online sources to check suspicious work, and structure assignments to make cheating difficult. Science, technology, and engineering careers remain dominated by males and certain ethnic groups. Some educators say more student involvement in technology at earlier levels could change this picture. Society's increasing dependence on technology to communicate information means that students must learn the skills to use information technologies effectively. So the big question is, why are we using and embracing technology? Teachers say technology's visual and interactive qualities can direct students' attention towards learning tasks. Students are more motivated to learn complex skills when technology tools help them do the low-level skills involved. When the students can see that high-level maths and science skills have real-life applications, it is no longer just schoolwork. They are more willing to learn skills that have clear value to their future life and work. Students who learn by creating their own products with technology such as word processing, multimedia, and other technology products report higher engagement in learning and a great sense of pride in their achievements. Educators say that students are much more motivated to write and do their best production work when they publish it on the web, since others outside the classroom will be able to see their work. Students who see the application of what they are studying as authentic and part of the real world are motivated by the application to their daily lives. Although students can do small group work without technology, teachers report that students are more often motivated to work cooperatively on hypermedia, database, and website production projects. Now, an important aspect of 21st century education is the multi-literacies framework, which was developed by the New London Group in 1996. This was based on the theory that having just a skills-based approach to learning was now unsatisfactory. Technology was starting to have an impact on the way teachers thought about literacy and changing the way that lessons were taught. Now, when it comes to assessment for the students, it can be an opportunity to find out what individuals already know in relation to the curriculum. So what do these four components of the multi-literacies framework actually mean? Situated practice involves students having opportunities to experience new content while also being able to demonstrate and provide an input with their existing knowledge. Overt instruction involves teachers assisting students through conceptualization, theories, and learning technical points of language. Critical framing involves students understanding different perspectives on knowledge and are able to infer and interpret relationships, interests, and perspectives. while transformed practice involves students using their own creativity and being able to demonstrate they can apply knowledge in common as well as new situations. Next, we move on to the 4 resources model, which is important for any 21st century teacher. Now, this model was developed in 1990, and unsurprisingly, it was made up of 4 different components. Now, these 4 components include code breaking, text participation, text use, and text analysis. So each of these resources is considered essential for students to understand and implement effective literacies, but it also helps teachers review classroom literacy practices. The 4 resources model lets teachers plan efficient literacy learning. Let's break down the 4 resources so we can see why they are so important. Code breaking is about being able to understand new codes and symbols of symbiotic systems. Examples might include learning the alphabet or differentiating colours. Text participation resources will involve students asking, "What does this text mean to me?" and are used to make connections between students' prior experience and knowledge. Text use resources will involve students asking, "What do I do with this text?" It requires an understanding of the social purpose as well as the context of the resource. Text analysis will involve students asking, "What does this text do to me?" and involves an understanding that all texts do not have a neutral point of view and therefore represent particular ideologies and worldviews. Thanks to all the parents who have watched this presentation. If you have any other questions, please do not hesitate to contact me through the school and we can have a discussion on any issues and concerns raised. Thanks.